it said we were at 32. In the guidebook. How could it be so wrong? Well, so we've been standing here for 5 minutes. It does look like he's trying to imitate Sparks. Yeah, Kirby, I want to say that it's N1 who is like in 3rd place or something right now for any percent, who always runs with yellow Spyro. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Frogmage. By all means, take a break. Why do I have Sunny Flight as a split? Because I am too lazy to take it off. That's not quite true. I always forget. I used to run any percent with Sunny Flight because if you think about it, right, it takes you... Okay, in my case, because I specialize in running the flight levels, I can do them really fast. So in my case, it takes me about 1 minute and 9 seconds in Sunny Flight to get 300 gems that I then don't have to get elsewhere. But it is actually faster to get those 300 gems elsewhere. But I was very stubborn about taking Sunny Flight away because I like Sunny Flight a lot. So I just haven't fully taken it off yet. To be fair, Freedom, the flight levels are hard. Like, a lot of people don't like them. I kind of am biased because I ran Sunny Flight even in the original. But I remember, like, the first time that I played this casually, I don't think there was a single flight level that I got on my first try. Yeah, Ozeri, that's another reason I kind of am hesitant to take Sunny Flight off, because we always start the run with a gold split, and then it puts me in a good mood. So we'll see if we get proxy on the first try here. And if not, I mean, we're not even 4 minutes into the run, so. What's everyone's favorite Spyro game? I mean, I do love Spyro 1. That's why I'm a Spyro 1 runner. Say that 5 times. Oops. That should, yeah. So we missed the gem there at the beginning, but we did get the proxy, so I'll keep going. Oh, the stupid bull! He does that to me every time. Okay, hold up. We're gonna restart because a lot of things happened in a very short span of time that are absolutely preventable. So we'll have another go. So as far as everyone's favorite Spyro game though, like, I like Spyro 1. I was really a fan. I don't know, maybe it was because I was at just the right age for it when I played it, but those, not Skylanders, but aside from Skylanders, the most recent Spyro games, the one where they, like, I think they were the ones you were talking about, Lord of the Rings earlier, Kirby, where they kind of became this great epic story. And Cinder was there, and you could, like, fly whenever you wanted to. I really enjoyed those. I remember, like, Spyro 3. I had Spyro 3 and I had beaten it, but I remember never really wanting to pick it up again after that. And I remember the reason being, like, Fireworks Factory sticks in my head. And I remember hating Agent 9, is that his name? The monkey guy that shoots lasers. So something traumatic must have happened to me to make those things just be burned into my brain, such that I didn't want to play it. Whoops. Don't mind me. I'm just bad at menuing. I can't pause the splits because of the speedrun rules, but we're not losing any time. So that's the kind of time loss that you want to see if you are gonna see time loss, because that was all real time. And real time doesn't matter. Makes my splits look worse though. The girl from Fireworks Factory, is that... I'm trying to remember, because I haven't made it to Fireworks Factory in the remastered Spyro 3. I'm almost there. So I'm remembering it from the last time I played on PlayStation 1, which was easily 10 plus years ago. Is she the same girl that, like, she's always with her brother, and in Spyro 2 she's in Scorch? The one that always says Spyro, just like me? Okay, well. That's the second time that that's happened to me now, where Spyro has been facing the wrong direction. You clipped the Spyro moment. Did you notice in Spyro 2, speaking of, I mean, her name's... I don't think it's, like, Gretel, because that's what she's based on. I think it's, like, Greta or something. Did you notice that in her level Scorch in Spyro 2, his name's, like, Bob now? The guy who throws the bombs? Because he can't be called, like, Bomba or whatever. If the clip's not working, I'll highlight it after the stream and add it to my highlights anyway. That was a much better stone hill anyway. Don't quit the game this time. Jeez. Is Fireworks Factory the one where the dragons, the two dragons are flying around and you like flame them and then pieces of their tail fall off? Because that was my favorite part of Spyro 3. I love dragons, so anything that I can do to like interact with dragons made me happy. So I would always like flame them down to just when they had a little tiny tail tip, and then I would let them grow it back. I'm never gonna live this down, am I? Spyro is a great game. I've spoiled myself on talking that way because that's how I talk to all my animals. Like, I just had my lizard out this morning, giving him food. And that's absolutely how I talk to him. Okay, at least I'm facing the right way this time. Sparks. Buddy, buddy. Ah! Well, I started over because we had the potential to have a better town square than last time, and in the end, that didn't happen anyway. Should that just be the name of all the people who follow me, the Spyro Club?
Are you ready to go?
Thanks for clipping that, Freedom. I'm trying so hard not to just cackle at Spyro Reignited trilogy. I very nearly stepped into the return home portal. I'm spawning new ideas for you, Freedom Faith. I don't think I originally started streaming to Twitch just because I needed a more reliable way to record my world records for the flight levels. And then my fiance was like, well, if you're gonna do Twitch, you might as well, like, do Twitch. So I think, being newish to Twitch, that I don't get emotes until I'm affiliate, right? Which I'm not, because I don't have enough followers. We made the Clifftown jump at the beginning there, so pending anything horrific, we will continue this run for better or for worse. What is happening with the camera? A little bit of time save. If I keep talking like this, I'll puke. Isn't there like a whole Reddit that's just dedicated to people who talk like that all the time? It's nauseating to read. I gave a little thought to emotes, because, I mean, I'm not on here to grow, I'm on here to stream, but at the same time I am growing, so I sort of gave some thought to possible emotes, but I didn't get very far, because a lot of people have sort of a more cohesive image, at least as far as I've seen. Like, I don't really personally follow a lot of Twitch people who are variety streamers like me. And I only variety stream just because I speedrun a bunch of things. Just like you were saying earlier, Kirby, I mean, we do more than one game. So I mean, if you're thinking of people, like I follow Squillakilla, and his group is called the Squilluminati. Lobos Jr., Welcome to the Wolfpack, that sort of thing. So I don't really have anything like that, so I wasn't really sure where to start with the emotes. But we very well might end up being called the Spyro Club. I'm kidding. Mostly. Halfway. But like, as you saw, Freedom, my follower notification is from Hollow Knight. Just because I had the time the other day, I did make my subscriber notification, even though I can't have subscribers yet. And that's from Dark Souls, because I also do Dark Souls. Bits is also from Hollow Knight, so like, I do a lot of games. And being a variety streamer makes it a bit hard, I think, to have a cohesive thing. But it is true that Spyro is the only thing I do 2 times a week. Everything else is only once. And honestly, I know that my event title says Spyro Speedruns and then Hollow Knight Pantheon of Hallownest, but I was kind of feeling today maybe no Hollow Knight. Because I've already beaten the Pantheon of Hallownest, and I don't know. When you speedrun so many things, so many different things, sometimes you have to acknowledge when you're not feeling a thing, because then you don't do as well when you actually do try to do it. And like last week, I was super like, okay, I'm gonna be real good at Hollow Knight this week, and I knew it, and I was, and I got almost to the end of the Pantheon. But today I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like I'm not even gonna make it to White Defender. You mentioned drawing, Freedom, and you're not the only person I know who does drawing on Twitch, and that had never occurred to me. That drawing was a thing that makes sense on Twitch, like digital drawing. I guess you could even do not digital drawing if you had the right like camera setup. If I had the time in between loading screens and I wouldn't mess up my timer to switch it, I would absolutely switch it to Spyro Reignited Twiwagy Spyro any percent.
Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're ready.
I guess I had never considered Freedom's Faith, people who like just make emotes, like that's what they do. Do you think that most people on Twitch like hire someone like you to make their emotes, or do they just sort of? Well, I guess you said Frankerface, right? That's a thing that people. That's like a resource that people can use. like to draw as well. I feel you there. I told a few people that when I finally beat the Pantheon of Hallownest, which had been taking me like a long time, because to be fair, it is a really hard challenge, that I would draw something. And I have finally, now that I've beaten it, had the chance to sit down and draw for the first time in a while. And it's felt really nice. It's I don't know, it's still sort of cartoony, but it's a more realistic adult Spyro. Like a grown-up Spyro. And I'm almost done with it. I don't know. I'll probably post it on my Twitter for anybody who's interested. But it's been very cathartic to just sit and listen to music and draw for a while. Thanks for stopping by, Kirby. It was great to hear from you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good time save there. We were actually able to dial that in. That was because we didn't have to wait for that one wizard to cycle there at the end. Yeah, I feel that, Freedom. Pull up the stream to draw and then your mind goes blank. I feel like a lot of times I'll think all day about like, oh man, I really want to draw this. This would look cool. And then I sit down to draw it. I finally got that thief. I sit down to draw it and then I'm like, this doesn't work. Or like you just put down the baselines like 10 times and then you're like, what am I doing? This looks like trash. But sometimes you gotta draw the trash anyway, and then it turns out not being trash by the time you're done. My fiance, like 2 years ago, got me paints and brushes and stuff for Valentine's Day because he saw me do digital art and he was like, you're really good at this, you should try painting. And I was like, bro, I'm not very good at painting, but thank you. And since he got me all of this nice stuff, I was like, well, I'm gonna give it a try again. And I mean, I have gotten better. I did, for Christmas for him, I did a 4-foot tall Dark Souls painting. And honestly, I can look at it and not be like, ooh. And that's an improvement from where I started, so. I'm also better at sketching on paper, Freedom. Because that's what I used to do when I was in school. Like, I was really fast at taking notes, so I would always just sketch while the teacher was talking. So I'm if I have the choice, mechanical pencil just on paper is what I'm best at. Also, we got that chest jump without losing the supercharge. See, I'm too precise. I think that's my problem with like actual physical painting. You sort of have to be willing to paint over other things. It's not like a fill-in or color by numbers type of thing. And that's why my paintings always look so chunky or like not realistic. Because I try to be more precise than you should be, and I've lost my sparks. I'm getting this dragon in case I die. I think that's why I'm not very good at watercolor. Right? Because watercolor, come on Spyro, is just like flowy and free, and I'm like, no, give me rules. Oh, the chest. That is very bad, and in fact could kill the run. And what is happening with the camera? We have to go back for that chest. $25 gems is too much to leave behind, I think. Like, we're gonna sacrifice the same amount of time getting it here as we are getting it in Jock later, so. And we're still ahead, it's just that we had the potential to save quite a lot more in Wizard Peak, but that's alright. That was a good first turn here in Crystal. My fiance has just gone on his lunch break, so he's chatting me. Sir, I'll answer you in a minute, dude. Unfortunately, I don't think that I can turn off only some system sounds as far as OBS. Oops, I wasn't tabbed into my splits, so I didn't quite split at the right time. Yeah, sorry that's so loud. I think I can keep it open on my phone so that it doesn't do that. he just texted me like 4 times in a row just to tell me about a Magic the Gathering collection that's near us. He gets so excited about going to like old yard sales and stuff and finding cool Magic cards. Which, I mean, I do too. Oh, you stupid green wizard. But while he's in the height of his excitement, I'll mute my computer audio so that you guys don't have to keep listening to his notifications. Actually, I know what I'll do. I can't short cycle Blowhard here because I need the sparks. Woo. There. Yeah, sorry about that being so loud. It should stop now. So short cycling Blowhard, which means coming up to him and hitting him before he has a chance to go up in the air, would have saved us, you know, probably another 5 to 6 seconds.
Would you like to go?
But we're still looking pretty good. But we are also entering Beastmakers, which, for those of you who were here for my last run, I don't like it. I'm not good at it, and I want it to be over. So we definitely have the chance to lose what we've gained. But of course, I will do my best, and that's my life motto. Do the best you can, and that's the best you can do. Sorry, Freedom. Yeah, it happened one more time. I thought it was gone. I'll see if I can come up with a better solution for next time. Because like I said... Really? Like I said before, I didn't used to have... Come on. I didn't used to have the desktop audio on in OBS. Well, those were chests that I didn't want to miss, but that happened anyway. It's alright, I think we're doing alright with gems. I didn't happen to notice when we were... Yeah, we should be fine. We'll have to swing right in Jacques to pick up a few, but that's not a super big deal. I'm sitting in the creakiest chair in existence. So that's probably continuing to show up on the mic. Sorry about that. Okay, maybe we can actually get Wild Flight this time and get that time save that I know is in there. So I have to do this the old way. Like, that's what I have to tell myself. It's the old way, not the current world record way. Because when I did this in the last run, I started the run in Wild Flight doing it the old way. And then I did some sort of weird hybrid thing for the second half of the level, and that cost me some time. Spyro actually landed on that platform and then just almost walked off. Well, we're still gonna lose time, all because of that second treasure chest here. Well, I was able to clip that plane though, so that'll help. But in the end, we still have to go out and get this guy who is where? Here. We have so much better time save than that. We can save 17 seconds on that level. But that's what I was saying at the beginning of my run earlier. I'm over-practiced on Wild Flight because I've been trying to take the world record back. So it's very hard for me to do it the old way now. Our time save is not bad so far though, so if we can pull off just like an average Misty Bog, I don't need time save, I just need not time loss, then we should be looking pretty good. But that is not the way that you want to start Misty Bog. Green sparks in Misty Bog is a recipe for disaster. I'm not gonna say anything until we finish this level because I don't want to jinx myself. Alright. That was solid. And to actually have time save in Misty Bog is more than welcome. But yeah, green sparks in Misty Bog is a recipe for disaster because there is basically there's no fodder aside from what you get right at the beginning. And those stupid tree things track you so well. The trees track you really well, the frogs track you really well. That's no problem, Freedom, don't worry about it, that's okay. Even the little knife guys track you really, really well. So the odds of getting hit in Misty Bog are really high, and then to start with green sparks is not. But yeah, Freedom, don't worry about being the only one talking. That's okay. Because Kirby had to go and Frog Mage had to go as well. And Nost is on the lurk if he's still here. Oh, Zeri's lurking too, I think. Ooh, he got away from me. Oh, jerk. I would imagine, Freedom, that I'm sort of gonna, like, I would be the same way. I can't drink because I have a really powerful sensitivity to alcohol. But I would imagine that I would end up much the same. Oh, that stupid Narnar. Alright, can I do it this time? Nope. Never can do it. I didn't come off at the right angle, so I sort of anticipated that wasn't going to work, but... Oh, I lost the supercharge? What? What did I hit? It looked to me like I just sort of clipped like the edge of something coming out of the wall, but maybe I hit the wall a bit more than I thought I did. So some of that is real-time loss, but it's not actually super bad. There's such a good PB hiding in here. I just have to not have things like that happen, you know? or Spyro. I was gonna call him Sparks. Oh boy, it's been a day. Well, there goes yellow Sparks. Sometimes that chicken stays close enough to those fireworks that he gets blown up, and sometimes he doesn't. Thankfully, this was one of the times where he stayed. Those monkeys, I don't remember it being... Like, I didn't even remember that he threw monkeys, because I don't think I ever got hit with them in the original Spyro. And now they are just like homing rockets. I can never get away from them. That's why I need my sparks. Doing alright on gems. If we don't have that catastrophic failure that we had last time, I should be doing alright on time for beast makers as well. No, Dell, I still don't want to install those updates you asked me about 5 minutes ago. I forgot to tell you guys that story. I said I would in the last run, and then I didn't.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, there's a bit of time saved. Let me tell Dell to mind their own business. So, on the 1st of April, I remember because it was April Fool's Day, Dell has been pestering me, update your computer, and I'm like, okay, fine. I don't have a ton of work open right now. I'll update my computer. Jeez, leave me alone. And I updated it. Everything is broken. And even after I rolled it back, everything is still broken. All of my audio has an echo now. My computer is crashing. And I'm like, thanks guys. Really, this was top quality update right here. And I just updated, I mean today's the 4th, so that was the 1st, and already it's like, you have 5 updates to install. How? How about you try putting things in an actual good update, instead of pushing like 20 crappy updates that just break my shiz? So I don't know what's wrong with my sound, and I don't know how to fix it. I've reinstalled the drivers, I've rolled back the drivers, I turned on and off a bunch of settings, I checked my headphones in other computers and other devices to make sure it wasn't my headphones. I don't know. Oh, you son of a... It is you. Why are those things dancing like that? The fools? The fools are dancing because they're jerks and they like to get in your way. They've changed that in this game, or at least I think they have, because I don't remember it happening in the original version. They are always in your way, just like the fodder animals. If you're doing 80 dragons and you're over... What level is that? Haunted Towers? There's a fool over there that you cannot charge past because he'll just move into your path no matter what, and then you bonk off of him. Yeah, see? 2 seconds. Again, I told you that the last time that we did Icy Flight in the last run. I always lose 2 seconds. And I don't know why, because again, that was a good Icy Flight. So I'm sort of getting the inclination that I split too early when I made these splits for PB. Like, I'm not actually losing time, it was just a matter of when I split. Alright, let me whip out my trusty calc so that I can figure out what I need again. Just about the same as last time. Okay. Hopefully I calculated this out right. I must have, yeah. That's plenty. Jeez, that was certainly plenty. I didn't even have to go over to the right. Being good at calculating how many gems you need and where to get them from in this level is a big way that you're saving time. And I'm bad at it. Can't split yet, always forget. Yeah, I did actually, Freedom, have your page open and then my fiance started texting me. You are certainly better at faces than I am. I can't draw people. Literally the only thing I could draw is dragons. But some of your people remind me of, like, they almost have features that look like they would be in Bloodborne.
Are you ready to go?
Oops. I did split and we did actually save time. I just wasn't tabbed into live split, so it didn't work. Yeah, the only thing that I can draw, really, is dragons. Dragons make sense to me, but my people Like, they don't even look like people, let's be real. So yeah, I think probably in the next day or so on my Twitter I'll post that grown-up Spyro drawing that I did. It still looks cartoony, and I tend to go for more realism in dragons, but I don't know, I think he looks cute. And that drawing was my reward to myself for beating the Pantheon Colonist. How did that get thrown at me? Good time save. Even despite being hit by that barrel. Okay, can we not have that horrible Twilight Harbor mishap like we had last time? I'm certainly happy to have gotten that rat. It's nice when he sort of lines up with your trajectory for getting into the next level. Okay, I think we're good to go. Well, I don't want to say perfectly good to go, but at least we get to get this dragon. So we don't go all the way back to the beginning like we did before. More time save. If you're sleepy, Freedom, you don't have to stay. But this is going to be my last run anyway, and we're on the final level, so we're going to be wrapping this up here shortly. Then go have some sleep. I tried to get him early, but that's okay. That's a very significant
You're toast, Nork.
real-time PB. Here's hoping. Time to beat is 31:46 in-game time. Yas! 31:29.